Hi, my name's Charlie. In this little video I'm going to demonstrate the use of action blocks from Google to build a basic communication aid right onto your Android's home screen. It's completely free. It's been around for a while now, but the really weird thing that's just happened is they've now licensed PCS Symbols from Tobii Dynavox, which means that here I am on my normal Google home screen where I can start my apps or go into the Google news feed or whatever. But if I swipe to my right, I've added in some cells, basically a grid of language here, and I've added a few pages. So I just swipe. So it's a little bit like Go Talk Now, I suppose, and swipe. And as you can see, I can go through my various pages. I think in Google you can have up to 8 pages in total. But using this, it's completely free. It's a little app called Android Blocks. It's official. It's from Google. I can then start speaking with this.
Hello, my name is Charlie.
I've chosen a female voice because I think it's a bit clearer.
Excuse me, I have something to say. I want cuddle. Fluffy Fingers.
Fluffy Fingers is the name of my cat. He appears in quite a lot of my videos.
Where? Fluffy Fingers. I like Fluffy Fingers.
Sorry about this.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so I've added in some core vocabulary around on this page. Questions, got a couple of pronouns, got fluffy fingers, got a couple of sentence starter type, greeting type things at the top. Got my yes and no on this page. So most of these are single words.
Help. No. Stop. More.
Standard stuff. On this page, I've chosen some slightly longer phrases.
I am happy. I'm not feeling great. Can I have some water? I'm hungry.
You probably can't see where I'm pressing on here, so the happy and not great were at the top, the water and the hungry at the bottom. I've also got a couple of I've got big and small and above and under and the request for the toilet in the corner. And then on this page, because it's using Google Assistant, you can do loads of crazy stuff that Google Assistant does. So if I wanted to, I could bedroom light at the top here, my bedroom fan. I could start a video call with my mum. I could call a taxi. I could play with my automatic accessible cat toy. I could actually put a button on here that says, what's the weather? And it will tell me what the weather's like. But I've put a couple of, we've got to send a text message one in the middle. There's all sorts I could do. I'll just show an example of a country music one. So I'm just going to press that country button.
Play country music.
There you go, my phone starts playing country music. The first time it does it, it's a little bit of hip hop.
Pop music.
It changes quite quickly, and you also get some cool little commands along the bottom here. If you decide you want to put the volume up to 10, or maybe change to pop music. Part of Google Assistant. So there's loads of extra stuff that Google Assistant does that goes way beyond the scope of this video. But the cool thing is that you can quite easily add these buttons. So I'll just stop that music. So I'll just quickly show you how to do that. So what you do is you kind of want to identify a space. Go to the action blocks in my app drawer. And here are all the vocabularies and other bits and bobs on there. So I've got an orange juice one in the corner, bottom right corner here that I haven't placed. So I'm just going to press on that. I go to place on home screen, add automatically. When we go back to the home there, it's popped it on the end. So I could leave it there, or I can resize it. So this is the same resize any widgets on Android. So you can then just sort of move it around. Like this, find somewhere to put it. It's a bit big to fit into any of these gaps, so I might need to make it a bit smaller, like this. There we go. Whoop. And then I'll be able to squeeze in a place to put it. Like that. Maybe I wanted it in there. Okay. Now,
Orange juice. Orange juice.
Orange juice. If I want to add a whole new one from scratch, I go to my Action Blocks app and I go create new block. And here you can start video calls, make a phone call, send pre-made text messages, play video, play music, or you can do anything that the Google Assistant can do, like turn on lights, open and close curtains, answer the door, connect a phone call, all sorts of ludicrous things you can do with that. But if I want to do, you can find some things in there as well, like open the app, open a particular app, or open a calendar, get directions home. So you could put a wayfinder button on there. So when you press the wayfinder button, it immediately just guides you back home. Change your temperature on your radiators. Or if we go to say something out loud, this is for normal vocabulary. So we go to create custom phrase. And in here we type in our phrase, which is like maybe apple juice. Now the funny thing is, you'll see my keyboard is floating. That's because without the floating keyboard, I can't get to this next button at the bottom of the screen. That's typical Google mistakes. It's a Google keyboard on a Google phone with a Google app, but on this Motorola, I can't get to that next button. It is the downside of Android. I still always use Android. I do like it. So I go into PCS Symbols here. So these are free. They're just licensed. They come with it. It's really bonkers. I wasn't expecting it. Type in apple juice and choose my apple juice icon. And then if you want a label, you can put a label in there. If you don't include a label, then there'll be no label. And if we go back to that home page, you'll see without a label, and then we can make it enormous if we want. It's up to us. We could just have 2 buttons per page. Really play around with this. So I quite like it, and it supports multiple languages.
Reproducer grupo 5.
It changes language automatically. You don't if you put in I put in Spanish there, automatically changes to a Spanish voice. You don't have to tell it, so that's pretty good. And yeah, there's loads more features that we'll find out as time goes on, but that's the basics of it for now. I hope you enjoy it, and bye bye.